All of you now are familiar with our software or not?
Yes, sir. Little bit,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So all of you
Yes,
have
sir.
R in your system, R and R
Yes,
Studio.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. So after doing 3 sessions, what is your what actually your opinion about this particular package? Any opinion? Is it easy to you, or is it little bit conceptually it is a bit harder to remember? What is your opinion? Please, anyone?
Sir, this software is quite smart. We can do things quickly, but the coding is quite difficult.
Coding is quite difficult. Actually,
Yes,
entire
sir.
system, entire software is depends on coding. So I think here all of you familiar with SPSS or Stata, any one of statistical package, all of you I think aware of this. Anyone is here who didn't use any software like SPSS reviews or Stata? This is the first package that you are actually try to learn.
Yes,
SPSS.
This is the first package, or all of you know SPSS or
sir.
Stata?
Actually, sir, this is for me. This is the first package. Before that, I have done some analysis during my masters using Excel only. So I am just beginner in PhD. So I'm just started learning all these softwares.
Fine, Apurvo. Anyone else? Apurvo? Yeah, please. Anyone?
Sir, I am also familiar with only Excel.
Only Excel. Fine. So, as per the schedule given to you, you already know the data structure in R. What is vector? What is list? What is matrix? You all know this. So, can anyone write any vector and show me, like sharing your screen? Any one of you? Or how? Or anyone just tell me how you write a vector in R? Anyone, please?
Let's respond.
Yeah, fine. Mr. Bismil, try to write a vector. You just open a script. Can you open a new script? How will you open a new script? Fine, very good. So please write any vector. Not this vector. You just enter any data in form of vector. It's okay. You just stop sharing. Thank you, Mr. Bismil, for your cooperation. So I am right now sharing the art screen and stop my camera for the bandwidth problem. So is my screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. So please remember this thing. When you try to write some code in art, one way is you just directly write this in console, or you can open a script by clicking here. Just you just see how it is more clear to you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If it is any problem regarding visibility, please tell. So you just click on this, and if we click on this art script, this is a new script open, and first you save this. Suppose we are saving. If we click on this, you can automatically save this particular file. And in art, you can input data in vector form, or in matrix form, or is in the form of data frame, or in the form of list. In reality, basically the students of social science actually were, after collecting data from primary survey or from some secondary survey, the data is available in NSSO or CSO website or NFHS data, whatever may be the data. When we download this, maximum time we get a Excel file or the CSV file. So the question may be like this: when the data are in from Excel or CSV, why there is a need for enter two session, and for this session regarding vector and matrix data frame? Because when we do your analysis, any statistical analysis, the data structure is very important in that. So that's why we are getting more time on this particular data structure. In first day, 2 sessions was there. Today is one session on for diagrammatic representation, and the another session for the basic R data manipulation. So for data manipulation part, and the data when we entered in Excel and then we use that data in R, in that case we have to remember these particular functions or particular codes regarding vector and data frame or list. So why? Because R always read a data in the form of vector, or in the form of data frame, or in the form of list. With the help of another some foreign packages like tidyverse or dplyr, you can use the another option that is stable. That is a new introduction in R. But initially the basics data structure was vector. You can enter data in the form of vector. How we enter? First to name this. Suppose X is the name. This is the assignment operator in R. And C is the functional form, or C is used here to denote that it is actually a vector. So when you write this, suppose you can put any value. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is a vector. If we run this, you just see this is a vector. So what is the difference between matrix and data frame, or from vector, how we create a data frame? Do you know this? How we create data frame from this particular vector? Any idea? Anyone, please? How we suppose suppose you have 3 variables. You have 3 variables. One is age, another is subject, another is suppose gender. With these 3 variables, if you directly enter this value in R, how we make a data or data set, how we create a data set? Do you have any idea for this?
Sir, using that data frame, sir, data dot frame.
So data dot frame is the name of the function.
Yes.
Data dot frame is the name of the function. So
Yes.
when we try to input some vectors, you can enter numerous number of vectors, and with this vector, with this individual vector, you cannot perform the whole analysis. So that's why we need a particular data, and the data dot frame is the function which is used for make a data structure of the particular data set with the help of the vector that we input indirectly in R. And when we input our data in Excel and then import it from in R, we have to check the data structure. Is it in data frame or not? If it is not in data frame, then we have to make it in the form of, with the help of data frame function, it is a data frame. So if we write a vector, now what is the length of the vector? So length is a function which is used to measure the length of the vector. If we write this, if we run this, and what is the length? This is the answer. Length is 5. You just see 5 values are there. So when we do a real analysis with the real world data, if you try to find out the number of observations in a particular set, you can use this particular function length to find out the number of observations in a particular variable. You can create a vector like this. Here we write x is a 1:7. If we write this, see, these are the observations. Similarly, you can write this y 2:-2. That is the data set in between 2 and 2. 2, 1, 0, -1, 2. Similarly, you can use the sequence function to create a vector. When we use the by, that means we are trying to generate a sequence where the first value is 1, the last value is 3, and the gap between the values is 0.2. So here by 0.2 means the increment is 0.2. So first value is 1, the second value is 1.2, third value is 1.4, like this. So if we run this sequence, then 1 is the first value, then 3 by 0.2. So if we run this, this is the value. You just see 1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, and so the gap is 0.2. The first value is 1 and the last value is 3. Right? Similarly, you can use this is a same function sequence, but here the option argument in the function is length.out. Length.out. So if you write this on your screen, that is sequence 1.5 length.out equal to 4, it returns you the 4 value. That is, by this we are actually trying to create a vector which is a sequence of number starting from 1 and ending at 3, but the gap is 2. By this particular command, that is line number 15, we try to generate only 4 observations in between 1 to 5. And the length out 4 means the gap between the observations is same, equal length, equal gap is there. If we run this, we just see this is the value 1, 2.3, 3.6, 5. Clear? So you just write this. Use sequence function. First value is 5. Last is 10. Use a by operator. 0.65. You just run this. First value is 5. Last value is 10. Use the by 0.65. What is the function? Function is this sequence, first value, second value, by. By equal to 0.65. Then to do the same exercise by length out, for this, 1.75. 1.75. All of you able to do this? Any problem? Please feel free to ask me. All of you able to run these particular two commands? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
2 out of 31, I think. Out of near about
Sir,
24
in process.
there.
Sir, in progress.
Pardon? Yeah.
Sir, I'm doing.
Actually, participants, actually, I am sharing my screen. So if you write in chat box, it is not possible to read. So please unmute yourself and respond. If you write in chat box, it is not
Done.
possible to read.
Done, sir.
Done. So up to this, it is fine. Now, all of you write this vector first. X is X, then assignment operator, then 15490. 15490. We just create this vector and call it. Then you just write X. You just write this. Then call this X. So now in R, when you input data in the form of vector, there is a concept of vector index is there. What is the meaning of this vector index? You just see there are 5 values. So what is the index value of this vector? This is 1. This is the second value. This is the third value. This is the fourth value, and this is the fifth value. So this is actually, this is the concept of vector index. First value is 1, second value is 5, third value is 4, fourth value is 9, and fifth value is 0. Right? So when we do with a large data set, it actually very helpful to find out the particular observation. So if we try to find out the third element, what is the comment? You just write X using the third bracket, putting the value of the number. So for if we write X3, suppose we erase this, we write this, we don't know the value of what is the third value. If we run this X within third bracket 3, you return the value 4. Right? You just see, this is the value 4. If we try to find out the second value and fourth value, so what we write? X with the third bracket. Here we use the vector notation. C, value, second value, and fourth value. But only one value we can write 3. So here we write X, third bracket, C, 2 and 4. If we run this, You just see 5 and 9, second value and fourth value. You just see second value is 5, fourth value is 9. Right? If we write this x 2:4. If we run this, what is the implication of colon? Colon means we try to find out the value from 2 to 4. So these are the values 5, 4, 9. If we write this x minus 1, it returns us the value except the first value. If we run this, you just see what is the first value? 1. So except 1, it returns 5490. 5490. Clear? Up to this part clear? So
Yes, sir.
for you just create a vector using the value you just create the vector following these values. So after this, after writing this vector using this value 12, 15, minus 15, 7, 8, 9, and 8. Right? You just find the third value.
Done, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can create vector in this form also. You just see line number 37. Here x is assigned the vector name, c is the function. Here we assign the first is the variable name and the value is 3. Second is the variable name, the value is 0. And third is a variable name that is equal to 9. So first, when we enter the 5 values, we didn't put any names of the variables. Now we put the names. So what are the names? For the first, the value is 3. The second, the value is 0. The third is 9. X is the name. C is the function. And now we put first is 3, second is 0, and third is 9. If we run this, and then we use this names function, you already know this, to find out the names of a data set or a vector or a matrix. If we run names, what are the names? First, second, and third. If we use this particular option, you just see what we do here. It returns the third value. Why? We don't know the name of the variable. But if we know the name of the variables, if we write x second for a vector, it gives you the value 0. If we write this x, we try to find out the first value and third value. That's why we like this C. So this is 3 and 9. Clear up to this part? Up to this part it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes,
suppose,
sir.
Sir, I have one question.
yeah,
Uh, we did directly put vector, but in second one, we allocated the variables first, second, third. So is
yeah.
it compulsory? It's I think it's not compulsory, no, to
Which
go
one?
for
Which
the
one?
second one. Second one, sir, which that first equals to 3 and second equals to 0.
In this type, in this form, we are actually assigning the name of the particular variable. The first is assigned as 3. The second is
Okay.
assigned as 0. The third is assigned as 9. Right?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Please. Please.
Can I ask you something, sir? A
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit out of the track, sir. Little bit out of the track because I'm understanding in parts and bits and pieces. I'm understanding, sir. Yesterday also we had a long session. This today also we had a long session.
Hmm.
So on individual topic, I've been able to grasp whatever has been taught. But what I'm not understanding is, so normally in real life, what happens is we will already have the data in the Excel format.
Actually, sir, I am starting with this. I am
Yes, sir.
starting with,
No,
I
I
am
mean,
starting my
what
lecture
my
with this.
request, my submission, my humble submission to you is, before we, I mean, you can you please give us an overview how things happens if now in real life we already have a data in Excel,
Definitely. I
and
am
what are the
starting with
different
10,
steps just to
15 to
understand,
15 to 20
comprehend.
minutes, right? And the thing is, when you learn English, the first is you have to know what are the vowels, what are the consonants, when I put a, what I put an. So these sessions are actually basically this type of session. This is the grammar of art.
Exactly. I wanted you to tell me what are the things that we should learn because I'm not understanding I mean, the steps of it, sir.
Right now,
Just give.
do you have any problem?
I don't have any problems, sir. I've been following you, whatever you are teaching, sir. But one thing, main core of
And actually,
core
your
thing
question
that
is
I'm not understanding.
when we import the Excel file, how we deal with this Excel file. This is your
Yes,
question, right?
yes, sir. How we deal with it,
So
and
in the entire 8 days remaining for that particular part, and I have
yes,
also a session with conjoint analysis. In that part also you do this. As long as you don't know this particular preliminary of the grammar of this R, it is very
yes,
tough
sir.
to learn that codes.
No, I understand, fully understand what you are saying, sir. We must learn grammar, then only we'll be able to make sentence.
For your sake of
But
simplicity,
I
I am giving
understand that,
this
sir.
code.
I understand that.
This is
But
the
what I'm
code.
saying is,
So if
before
you
we
initially started
run
with
any
this
function,
code,
yes, sir.
you do not understand anything, right?
Yes, sir.
So I will definitely discuss solve your problem today. Don't worry. So the next task that we do today is, suppose when entering data in Excel, suppose you are doing your research work and you entered the data with the help of some friends of you, and you put some data that is wrong. That is
Yes,
wrong.
sir.
So how we correct this data in R? One way you will directly correct in Excel,
Yes.
but you import your data in R, and after importing, you realize that your data is not a correct one. The entries, suppose the data is 45, you put
Yes,
this
sir.
54. It may happen when entering the huge amount of data in the data sheet, in the Excel sheet. How we correct this? How we modify the element?
Yes,
So
sir.
for modification, this is the code. So you please mute yourself and
Yes, sir.
follow me. So how we do this? X is the vector name, right? 2 is the index position. So the index position means the second value. So we try to replace the second value, which is initially 0, as -5. As -5. So if we run this, you just see this value is now modified second element. Initially it was 0, now it -5. Now the thing is, you are not dealing with the negative value, you deal with the absolute values. Then we use this command. If there is any value in our data which is less than 0, then we replace this as a absolute value. As we know it is -5, we put this 5. So if we run this, you see this is 5. Clear? So how we replace any value? Just use the third bracket, name the specific variable name or the vector name here, put the index value and change the value. Now you call the library stats. You just write library stats. As you know, when we do our analysis, write some codes in R, we have to use some libraries. Some inbuilt libraries that is available in the base package, some are the foreign libraries. And you already know how to install packages, how to call the libraries. We can use library or require command. So conventionally, we are writing this library command. So first you write this library, then stats. This is a base function. Automatically it runs. Now create this vector. Y. This is a vector 4, 12, 6, 7, 2, 9, and 5. What is our objective? From the data set, from this vector, we try to arrange it or to find out it in the form of ascending order or descending order. So in that purpose, we use the function order, which is available in base package stats. So if we use order for this particular vector, which is y is equal to C4, 12, 6, 7, 2, 9, and 5. You can put any value of your choice, no issue. Just create a vector. And if you run this function order y, you just see these are the values 5, 1, 7, 3, 4, 6. But you put the values 4, 12, 6, 7, 2, 9, 5. So what are the meaning of this? You see, the values are 4, 12, 6, 7, 2, 9, 5. Now it gives you 5, 1, 7, 3, 4, 6, 2. So when you use this command order within first bracket y, it gives you the index position or index value, vector index, not the exact value. If we follow this, which one is the fifth value? This is the lowest value, 2. That's why 5 is first. Then 1, that is the index value 1 means the 4. Then 7. 7 means 5. Then third value, that is 6. Then fourth value, that is 7. Then sixth value 9, and then 12. So if we use the simple order of y, it returns the value from smallest value to largest value, but in terms of the index value. But if we get this type of result, we cannot use this particular result. Why? Because we are not finding the exact values here. Which one is the minimum value? Which one is the maximum value in my particular data? And in some analysis, we have to arrange our data in terms of ascending order or descending order. So what we do in Excel, that is the function sort we use, sort and filter. We use the sort in Excel to arrange our data set from descending order or ascending order, smallest to largest and largest to smallest. This is the command in Excel. Just like this, we use order here to arrange our data. But if we use the simple order, then it gives the index value. If we use this command, y, then order y within third bracket. Y is the vector name, and y we in return order of y within the third bracket. It gives you the exact value. Just see 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 12. So in my data set, 2 is the minimum value, 12 is the maximum value. no need to find according to the index number which value is minimum and which value is maximum. This particular array gives us the idea that fifth value is the minimum and the second value is the maximum. But which is the value? We don't know. But if we use this function y, order y, this returns the minimum value and the maximum value. Also, we arrange our data from smallest value to the largest value. Clear up to this?
Sir, if we want to arrange our data from large to smaller, then which command we shall go
Just
for?
in the option. I will show you. Right? So now we try to create another data set. Here we write this population 10, that means our sample size is 10. Population 10 means sample size is 10. You just write any value. You just write population 10 or you can write 20, no issue. So population is 10. You just write this population equal to 10. Next, we write gender. And we use another function, that is the sample. This function is commonly used to generate randomized data. That means we are generating 10 observations and we don't know which one is male and which one is female. That's why we use this sample option. So in this particular line number 60, when you use gender, so gender is generating as male and female. Now use this sample means is generate 10 female or male observations all together. How many? What is the length of the variable gender? That's why we initially use this vector C, male and female, and for number of observations we use population, and population is initially defined here as 10. So this is the population. So if we run this, 10 values of gender will generate it. It may be 10 males, it may be 10 female, or it may be mixture of male and female on the basis of the random number generated using this sample function. And replace is true. Similarly, this is we generate number. What I mean to do here with the help of this number is actually the marks obtained in a different subject. So once again we use the same function sample. The marks in between 50 to 100. We use their population, that means 10 observation will generate. Replace equal to true. Similarly, you can generate subject. These also sample. 3 subjects we input here, echo, math, stat. You can put any subject. Then population, then replace equal to true. If we change this population equal to 10 to 100, it will generate 100 observations. And now we name that particular data set as BU1. And using data.frame, we create the data set that we use further. So here we mention gender as gender, the variable name marks as number, and subject as subject. In this way, you can generate your data. Sorry. In this way, you can generate your data. All of you able to write line number 59 to 63? You have completed this. Can I move forward? Or wait?
So what is the meaning of this? Replace equals to true. What does it
Just a
imply?
minute.
So replace equals to true. What does it implies?
Replace true means that is the concept of random sampling. Simple random sampling with replacement. So the with replacement is true. If it is false, that is without replacement. Right? So can you complete this? Line number 59, 60, 61, 62, and 63. Can I wait or move?
Done, sir.
Only one of you.
Done, sir.
So please wait.
So you just run this. You just see this is the data set, randomly generated. So here 3 male, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 males are there, 3 females are there. And this is the eco marks, this is some stat marks. Only eco and stat marks is generated, no math marks is generated here after randomization. Right? If you run once again, you just see now math is come. Why this happen? Because this is a random data set. Every time it changes. Why? Because we use this sample function. So don't you just see your output and my output is totally different. Is it okay to you? You just check the output in my console and your console is not same. Why? Because we are using this sample function. Clear?
Yes.
So when we call some data, generate some data, then my suggestion is always use this attach command. Always use this attach function. Why? Because if you use this attach, then no need to use $sign every time with the data name. So either you can use this type of name, suppose data, dollar, gender. But assigning the variable, what is the meaning of this? It is we are assigning, we are trying to find out the gender from data set. That's why we write this. So once you write this attach command, suppose we don't write attach, we try to find out the order marks. If we run this, it gives you the error. If we write here, VU dollar marks, and if you run this, let's see, VU1, my data set name. Once again, it is incorrect. VU1, you run this, you just see this is the value. And once again, this is the index value. But if we initially run this attach command, no need to write this dataset name every time. If you run this, it gives you the value. You just see, initially when we write order marks, it gives in an error. But once we use this attach command and then we run the same command, it gives us the index value of the marks. So my suggestion, when we call dataset anywhere or you create a data set using vector, using data frame, or you import Excel file or SPSS or state that file or CSV file. After installing, you just change the name of the dataset of your own and use this attach command, so that your code is a simple code. Don't every time you have to read the dataset name and so on, etc. So if we run this view one order marks, you see this gives you the marks in a form like this, from smallest value to largest value. Clear? Up to this it is clear?
Sir, it is clear, sir. But in my system, sir, when I am putting this code, so some error message is coming, like this object, the object in quotation subject is not found.
You use attach command.
Okay.
You just use the attach command that I show you. Attach, name the variable dataset name. Use attach command, then use like run line number 69.
Sir, can I ask a question? Why do we have some words in blue and other in black? What is the difference here? Like, say,
Very good question. When you use the function, inbuilt function, it is blue. When you use the hash, that is the statement. It cannot coded as read as a code or command. This is the inbuilt library. You just see. This is the inbuilt R-based function. That's why it's blue.
yeah, when I write the program here, I replace equal true. I don't get it blue in my program. Why could be the mistake?
Which line you written there?
Replace equal true. I don't get the true in blue.
True in blue. You like the caps true or smalls true?
Maybe small true. Okay,
Which is
that's
at caps, it's become blue.
okay. So you need to use caps letters when you're doing this.
If you write the small true, it also work. But if you write the capital uppercase, I think it become blue.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Please, yes.
Sir, actually, I am facing the same problem. When I use attach command in my dataset, then it is showing error. The following objects are masked by dot global environment.
You just share your screen.
Okay.
You just press Control plus in your keyboard. Control plus.
1 minute.
So everything is right. You just scroll this. This is not the error. This is the R comment. When it is error, definitely error term is appear in red. You don't get any error. Just run line number 29. You just DU1 line number 29, third bracket, ordered marks, then put a comma. Not marks, after first bracket, after first bracket. After first bracket. After first bracket, after, not before. Marks, then first bracket, then comma. No. You just delete this after ending the first bracket, in between first bracket and third bracket. Put a comma. Then run. Then run this. Right?
Oh, thank you, sir.
You just stop sharing. Now, to call this data attitude. This is the inbuilt art data set. So how we deal with the real data. So this is a data set attitude available in R. You just call data attitude and then use the comment view to view this. And remember, this is a case sensitive. It is V. V is uppercase. V is in uppercase. Right? If you run this, so this is the data set. You just see. These are the variables. Total 30 entry, 7 total. You just see, follow here. Total 30 entries. These are the variables. 7 variables are there. So this is the data set. Clear? I rename this variable as VU2. And we try to create a subset from this variable. What we do this for this? This is the new name of the variable data set. This is the old name of the data set. And then we put a comma, then write C2, 3, 4. What is the meaning of these 3? What is the meaning of these 3? When we write this, the first is, this is for row and this is for column. Right? What we try to do here, we are not try to disturb the row values. We try to create a subset with the second column, with the third column and the fourth column, suppose. So what we do here, we try to do the data set, which is now named as VU2 from the attitude data set. Suppose you import a data with 127 variables are there. So, but for your work, only 6 to 7 variable is required. Suppose you try to, you are willing to run a regression. But for that regression, your dependent variable is 1 and 5 independent variables are there. So no need to deal with that 127, the data set with 127 variables. Right? So what we do here, we write this particular comment. VU2 is a new data set name. From attitude, generate a new data set only considering second column, third column, and fourth column. If we run this and head, if we use the function head, it returns the first 6 value. You just see the first 6 value, only the 3 variables are there in your data set. Only the 3 variables are there in your data set. Initially, in our data set, 7 values are there. Now there are 3 values. Once again, we use the attach. And first, we try to order by the privilege column. So ordered VU2, ordered in terms of privilege. Then comma, then close the third bracket. If we run this, if we once again use the head command, you see the data is rearranged in terms of the privilege column. In Excel, sometimes we do this. First, we sort with respect to the column, suppose B. Then we try to sort our data with respect to C. First with B, then with C. If you recall the Excel box, there are many options in sort. First by this, second by this, third by this. This type of, can I show you? Just a minute. So this is your data set. When you try to use the sort, so if we add level, the sort by these, then by these, you always, you know, those who are familiar with the Excel, we do this in Excel. Right? So just like this, in R also, first we sort in terms of privilege column, then we try to sort by contents comments. First by privilege, then by content. So how we write this? Ordered this value. The first variable is this, and the second variable is this. And if we run this and see the head, you just see the first is sorted by this. You just compare these two, then by this. Clear? Up to this it is clear? It is clear up to this part. Or any doubt?
Sir, please kindly, can you please once help me by finding out that problem, because still, from that time also I didn't get this data table. It is
From
showing
where?
error. It is showing error from that step only.
We perform which step?
Sir, the data table, that data frame I have added, not the last line, 62, I think, in your
Last
system.
example.
The 63, line 63.
Huh.
So for after that I attach an order. From that section I can't generate the data. It is showing error. I have tried as you told in the last time, but still it is saying, telling error.
You just share your screen.
Okay, sir. Yes.
You just press Control plus. Control plus.
From here, sir.
From your keyboard, you just write Control plus. Press Control plus.
Okay, sir.
No, for your keyboard. Control plus. Control plus. Both the key same time. Not your script. You from your keyboard.
Yes, sir. I'm doing this thing.
Just press Control plus. Not. Both the key at the same time, simultaneously.
Okay, sir.
No, not there. From in your keyboard, you just press Control plus, so that the value, you just go on view. You just go on view.
Okay. View
View,
means,
view, top menu, file, edit, then view.
okay, fine, view.
Zoom out. You can zoom out. Zoom out. No.
Zoom
That,
out.
yeah. Next, another zoom out.
Okay.
I'm not.
Oh, control minus.
So your screen is not properly visible, like to me.
Okay, I think it is zoom in.
Zoom in. Sorry, Control plus.
Sir. But I don't know why it is not zooming in, but I'm doing from here only, sir.
Yeah. You just scroll down. You just scroll down.
Yes, sir.
So you just line. You just run from. You just run 55.
Okay. Still error data frame.
Yeah, absolutely. Art is very case sensitive. In line number 55, you define the vector and subject capital S. But you write subject equal to subject, that is the value name. You just put capital S there. Subject equal to subject, equal to after equal to. After equal to put capital S. You run this.
Oh, okay. That's coming. Thank you, sir.
Fine. Well,
Thank you, sir.
because you have to, art is very case sensitive.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You assign the vector name as subject.
yes, sir.
That is in uppercase. And
Yes.
when you write the subject equal to subject, the first subject is the new variable name. That's why I've used marks is the variable name in place of number. But number is the vector name. That's why I'm using that.
Okay. Okay, sir. Now got it, sir.
I'm using
Thank you,
gender
sir.
equal to gender. But why I am using marks equal to number? Because number is the vector name, but the variable name is now we assign it marks.
Okay.
You just see in your table, the variable name is marks, not the number.
Yes, sir. It's marks. Yes.
Clear?
Yes. Clear, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any doubt up to this part? So now I'm showing you the use of the function merge, by which we try to merge two or more data sets in a one single data set. This is basically the concept of Microsoft Access. When there is a particular common ID is there, so we can merge two data set when there is a common ID in both the data set is available. Otherwise, we cannot merge any data set. So those who are from economics background or political science, sociology background, when you do your data research on any labor force survey or any NHSO survey, consumer price index or migration data, NHSO actually provides different data sets, and you have to merge this data set. And for that, if you go to the layout file, some common ID is given. These are the common IDs. So you have to mention that common ID for merging. So here we also generate two data set. So one is for customer ID. This is the data set DF1, and this is the DF1. These are the customer IDs, and the customers are actually buying this product. This is the first data set. The second one is from which states they belong, right? The same customer ID we are using here. using the vector notation, and we try to merge these two files. And you see the data are here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regarding the product purchase. And here 2, 4, 6, 8, 6, 7, 8. So 1 is not there. 2, 3 is not here. Similarly, 4 and 5 is not here. So when we try to merge these, how many observations actually there? In terms of two data set, actually there are 8 individuals. 8 individuals are there. But in one data set, the value observations regarding 6 individuals customers is there. Here also 6 individuals, but the ID is different. And our task is to merge these two data set in a single data set. Do you got my point? What is our objective? Suppose in college, some students are applied for the SC/ST scholarship. Some students applied for any other state government scholarship. For Bengal, it is Vivekananda Merit Scholarship. So one data set is available with respect to the SC/ST scholarship. Student roll number is given. Another data set is available for Vivekananda Merit Scholarship in Bengal. So suppose we try to merge these two files. How we merge this? The function that we use here to join this, to merge this file, is a merge function, which is a base function. If you don't need to install any packages. Or you can do this using this particular function bplyr. So before doing this, you just install a package named tidyverse. The name of the package is tidyverse. TIDYVERAC. How to install this package? One is install.packages, then the package name, or simply from menu, if we click on tools, then install packages, you just write here tidyverse. Tidyverse, and then install. In my system, it is already installed. You just install this library tidyverse. And after that, you install another package that is dplyr, DPLYR. In the same way. So for merging data, you can use the merge function, which is available in base R, or you can use the inner join function from the dplyr package. So do you able to install tidyverse and dplyr?
Install it.
It takes 1 minute. So first we see how we merge using the base merge function. So the argument is, this is the argument, xy, by x, by dot x, by dot y, all dot x, all dot y, and short true. So what is x? X is the data frame name, first data frame, y is the second data frame. By dot x, by dot y is the name of the columns that are common both x and y. That is the identical column from which the R will merge your data on the basis of that particular column. Clear? So how we do this? So we use the merge function. Here X is df1, Y is df2, and by customer ID. So customer is this, ID is common variable for both the data set. And if we merge this and run df, you just see only 3 observations, 2, 4, 6. So when you try to join or merge the data set, there are basically different types of joining procedure. The first one is the inner join. You just see inner join. What is the meaning of inner join? If we use the inner join using the merge function or the dplayer function, if you use the dplayer, the same, here the function is inner join. df1, this is the pipe operator, percentage, greater than sign percentage, inner join, this is the function from dplayer package, and df2 by customer ID. If we run this and run df, you just see the same output. The same output given. But what is the meaning of this inner join? When you use this inner join, this actually returns the intersection of the data. Those are from mathematics. What is the meaning of intersection? There is a common element. If we go through the data, which one is common in our data? 2 is common, 4 is common, 2 is common, 4 is common, and 6 is common. 2, 4, 6 is common. So only the data returns here 2, 4, 6. This is the common part among the data set. So when we use the inner join, it gives the common part. That means this is the most vital part, because what is our objective in stipend case? We try to find out who are actually applying for both the stipend. One is for SC/ST, one is for the Vivekananda Merit Scholarship. Because as per law, anyone can apply for the one scholarship. So how we find out who are the students who are applied for the both? We use the inner. Now the next question is, government asks you, or the higher education asks you to send a mail details of the all students who are applied for the scholarship. In that case, we use the outer join function. What is the outer join? That is the concept of union in set in mathematics. Union means it consider either in 1 or in 2. That is the outer join. It consider the entire data set, all the observations of both the data sets. That is the concept of, in terms of mathematics, if we consider mathematics is set algebra, this is a concept of union. Right? So for dplayer function, when we try to find out the outer join, the function is full join. See, initially it is an inner join, now it is full join. If we run this, you just see this is the full join. You just see all the data, all 8 observations are there. For 1, this is the observations you already given, but for state it is not applicable. No information is given. For 2, both the information is given. For 3, only this information is given. No information about the state or the address. Similarly, for 7 and 8, only the information given about their address. No information given about the product they purchased. So this gives us the entire data set, full data set. So within the dplayer function, dplayer package, we have to use, if we use this, the function is full join. So it's join df1 with df2 and gives the all observations in the same data set. Right? Up to this it is clear? Now is the left join and another is the right join. So what is the meaning of left join? the function is left join. You just see df1 left join df2. So df1 with the data product and df2 with the state. So left join means is join after this product. If we write the right join, see the difference? Here only 6 values are there. That's the first ID. And according to this ID, this state is given here. So first data set, 6 observation is given. According to these 6 observations, this states is showing here. When you use the right join, that means this is the customer ID available in the second data set. So according to this second data set, these are the product values. These are the state values. So someone is willing to find out the students who are applying for the SC/ST scholarship, and corresponding this, they are applying for any other scholarship or not. This is the left join. And the opposite is someone is applying for the any state government scholarship, and he or she can apply for the SC/ST scholarship or not, then we use the right join. So when you're talking about the first join, that means it actually consider a particular data set. Just a minute. I will show you in details. So what is inner join? If you're talking about the inner join, suppose this is your first data set. Suppose this is A. And this is B. Inner join means only the intersection part, only this part. This is the inner. When you're talking about the outer join or the full join, that means the entire part. That is the concept of union. It's a full join. What is left join? When you're talking about a left join, this is the left join. So only the common parts that belongs to this A. And what is the right join? This is the right join. Is it clear to you? What is the meaning of this particular 4 functions? What is inner join? That is the only union. Outer join, the union, the whole values, all observations. When you're talking about the left join, this is the left join. This is the right join. Is it clear to you or not?
Yes.
It is clear? Can I stop this? Close this? Can I close this or any doubt?
Yes. Close
Yes,
it.
sir.
Fine. So now call the library tidyverse. Call the library tidyverse. So call the data population. Why I'm not calling this tidyverse? That's why this error. Call the data population and print population. One way to view the data is the view function, and it is the print function. Simple print population. Once we write this, this is the print. Is it okay to you? All of you able to do this? All of you able to do this? And
No,
now,
sir. Sir,
no.
kindly show the code
Code.
once, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Library, call the library tidyverse, call the data population. This population data is available in tidyverse package.
Oh, yes, sir. Got it, sir. Okay.
So R is very good in this, in the sense that in every package, free data set is available. So for your practice purpose, you can download, you can call any data set from the package. If you go to the package, you just search in Google the tidyverse package. The entire details of the tidyverse package is given in the PDF form. So what are the data sets available? You just call that data set after calling the library, and you can practice this. So here we use the population package, a population data set. Just a minute. And you see the data set like this. Year is given here, population is given here. Now, suppose your data set is given like this, year is given, population is given, but you try to find out the year-wise observation according to the country. Not in column, in row. So countries like this, Afghanistan, then suppose India, then suppose Bangladesh, Pakistan. These are the countries. So what are the values for the countries for 1995? What are the values for 1996, like this form? For better representation of your data. Here, the only data, if we use the view option, view population, to run this, You just see data set is given there. 4060 entry, year and population. So if you try to represent this type of table, so first Afghanistan is given, then Albania is given. So similarly, all countries is given, but this type of data is not easy to interpret. But if we like write this, that country names here, and according to country name year wise the population, so it is easily interpretable, and you can compare Afghanistan and India, in which country which population is higher or not, or the rate of growth and whatever be the thing you can calculate. To do this, we use this spread function. Spread is the function available in tidyverse, and those are the students from economics or management or health science, you are doing with lots of time series data. This is the basically example of time series econometrics, time series data, and in that data is available in this form. And from, if you download any data, any disaster data or any climate related data from, those are from geography, this data is given like this: agroclimatic zone, year, and the value is given. And you have to rearrange this data in Excel, either copy paste or cut paste with this option. But with the help of R, just using this particular line, what we write here, P is the new dataset name, population is the old data file name, this is the pipe operator, and use spread function, we make year and population here variable. And if we run this, if we view this, you see your dataset looks like this. According to country, these are the years. So now it is easily interpretable. Which country? According to year, what is the population? So by using this simple spread function of tidyverse package, you can easily transfer this from this to this. And another function is the gather function. Using this gather, you just, from this, you can make the variable in the previous form, that is the initial form given in the population, that is in this form. If we run this, you just see, we get back to the old form. So if your data available in this form, if your data available in this form, you can easily convert this in this form. So in economics literature, there is a huge implication of panel data analysis. And most of the GDP data or the macroeconomic data are available in this form. Year is there and value is there. So from this, using simple function, you can make this in this form. Clear?
Excuse me, sir.
Up to this clear to you?
Excuse me, sir.
Please.
Sir, actually, I am using a spread function, but it is showing error in a spread. Object year is not found.
Object?
Year not found.
Year not found. In
Yes,
your,
sir.
if you write the year, is uppercase or lowercase?
Lowercase.
So you just run the view population command. It works.
Wait. Yes, sir.
It works.
But it is not according to year, just like you are showing.
So you just, please, you just share your screen. tidyverse. You just make error here. Library DP layer, data population. So you just view population. You just click on population dataset.
Pardon, sir?
In the population, untitled, then population. Just population, untitled and script. You just go to the script, then untitled, then population data. You just click on population data. Not there, not there. The name of the script, name of the data population is showing upper. You just
Name
move
of data,
line number 24, then up.
24.
Line number 24, then up population. Population.
Yes, sir.
Untitled, then population.
Untitled means, sir?
You just open the population data. Open the population data.
Okay.
Click on this. So here is year, small, fine. Clear? The
Yes,
name,
sir.
the name of the variable name is year. Close this population. Yeah. Then print population, view population. No. You are giving the pipe operator as a wrong one. Percentage greater than sign percentage.
Greater than.
Yeah, percentage, then greater than sign, then percentage. You just run this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So actually your class timing is up to 8. So I will take another 10 minutes. No issue or any issue.
No issues.
No issue.
Are you enjoying this class or feeling bored?
Enjoying, sir.
Thank you.
Learning some new thing.
So the next thing is the most vital thing. How we call data. How we import Excel file, how we import SPSS file or CSV file, how we import these. And the thing is, the conventional way is writing some codes. And if you don't remember that code, the simplest way is you just see here is the option under environment import dataset. Just see import dataset. Right? If you click this, here are the options from text, from Excel, from SPSS, from SAS, from Stata. You can import any file. So suppose I want to import a SPSS file. So click on from SPSS. So this window opens and see, this is the code for you. You don't know the code. So how to know the code? You just write here. You just click on this. This is the code. So once you know, you can save this or you can use this particular way. I will once again show you the steps. Import dataset from SPSS. Then browse. Click on browse. So I am importing the dataset from my file. Another dataset, employee dataset. Right? This is the preview. So once we write the import, it's given in console. And this is the dataset. So what are the comments? For this is the comment. library is heaven, employee underscore data, read sap. So the extension of the spaces file is read sap, and this is the file path. Sometimes it is very tough to write this file path for you. So that's why it's a very easy way. Input, just click on this, select the type, and import this. Right? Now, after importing, we change the name of the dataset. Why? Because every time we are not willing to write this entire name, employee underscore data. We make this as data. Then we attach this. Then we find the head of the data. And if we see, there is a variable salary. And from this particular data, we try to sort according to salary, lowest to highest. So that's why we use this particular command, generate new dataset as S. The function is same, data, order, salary, then comma. We already know. So if we run this, and if we try to find out the head, you just see automatically it is 15750, 159, from minimum value to maximum value. Initially it was any value. Clear? Now, if we try to find out a data set or subset from this, including second to fourth column and the seventh column, or the sixth column, suppose. How we do this? We name this data set L. Data, you already know this, how to write this. I already shown to you. If we view well, you just see your data set is now with respect to these three variables: education level, salary, and birth date. So easily you can create a subset. Clear up to this?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Fine. Now, oh, I'm stopping. Stop sharing. Oh, sorry. Now, in the same way, we generate a data set. And this is your data. Clear? Now you know how to generate a data set using data.frame. Now, the basic question, I think in your mind, you do everything, you write different codes, you create the subset, but how you save this subset? Every time we create a subset, if we willing to save it in a CSV form, how we save this? That's why, just like read CSV, another option is write CSV. Once you generate this data using the vector form, or once you generate a subset from a big data, you can, using this write CSV command, automatically create a CSV file. You just see, I am writing a write.csv. X is data. Why? Because data is the original data file name. You have to put the original data file name, which you have to convert as a CSV file. Where I save this? In desktop, the file name is hobby.csv. Row names are false. You just see in my desktop, one CSV file automatically saves. This is the file hobby CSV. Clear? You just see what is the data we entered. Reading sports, games, reading games. Elephant, giraffe, not available, monkey, cat. 25, 33, 30, 40, 20. This is the data set. You just see on your CSV file. This is the data set. Clear?
Sir, can we generate Excel file also?
Yeah. But my suggestion is generate first this CSV file, then convert this as Excel.
Sir,
Sir, how to convert, sir, from CSV file to Excel file?
Just a minute, just. Please.
Sir,
Please.
how to convert CSV file to Excel file?
You just save in desktop in CSV. This is the CSV file.
Yes, sir.
Click on here, save as.
Okay, okay, sir. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now
Thank
it is not responding. It takes time.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
sir, the population data we got from the tidyverse.
Yeah.
Sir, if we want to save it as CSV, sir,
You just write this.
I just write .csv, and after
You
that
just,
only
just a minute. Just a minute, please. I'm right there. Calling this. This is the L data.
Yes, sir.
What is the data file name here? L.
L.
U3 data set. Now I am writing here true. Run this. You just see VU3.
Yes.
Once you learn R, you don't use Excel or any other package. This is very user friendly and very easy. Don't afraid. Clear? You can also save
Yes,
in
sir.
Excel. So now you try to open this Excel file. Input data set from Excel. Simply view 3. Open. What is the name of the file I'm given here? VU3. Save. VU3 CSV. I am saving CSV. Sorry. That's why. CSV is not possible from here. You have to write the comment. You can use simply file data. New data is file.choose, then semicolon. This box open. From desktop, you can view 3. It's take time, but it's open. Oh, sorry, it's open already. What is error there? Why is error? You can write read.csv. You have to put the path. What is the path I am writing? Spaces. Where I'm writing this. Oh, sorry. Now you view data. This is the data. Clear? Any doubt up to this?
No, sir.
So thank you for hearing me. So today we stop here. So I have a class with you on next Tuesday also.